So have you pivoted with the market? I am shocked at how many people are doing the exact same thing that over the last few years and they're not pivoting with the market. And let's look at how much the market has changed. If you look here at a 20-year history from 2004 to 2023, currently right now in this last print of January, we printed 1,674 sales. Transactions are down 44% year to date. That's amazingly low. And we have 6,115 homes in inventory, meaning prices are not falling because inventory has been very stable. Remember, we get paid on transactions, and transactions are really, really low, and that affects how many people can survive in the mortgage and real estate business. So when's the last time that we did 1,674 sales? So I kind of looked at this chart, scrolled back. This is a 20-year history. I always thought it would be during COVID, but it wasn't. Was it 2016? Nope. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11? Nope. 10? Nope. 2009 was the last time, February 2009, almost 2008, right? Look at the difference here. The median price was 149,000. I should have bought like 92 homes during then. We had 22,168 homes on the market. That is just mind-boggling. Again, just how much inventory there was. And we did 1,322 sales. So what do you do with that information? I'm a mortgage coach. I own a mortgage company. I'm always coaching my team. I coach new loan officers. And one of the conversations that we're having is the market is different and you cannot do the same things. One of the things you cannot do is spin your way out of a bad market. Right now, rates are close to 7%. And I don't know what they'll do in the short term. I really think rates will be much lower at the end of the year. But the thing is, you've got to survive, the next 12 months, right? In spending money on marketing, spinning your way out of and I said bad market. I don't think it's a bad market, but it is a market that has had the lowest amount of transactions since February of 2009. So you can't really spin your way out of that. We do Zillow, we do Google, we do long tail keywords, Facebook. I mean, you name it, we've done it. And right now that stuff is not paying off. There's no ROI on spending tons of money in marketing. Look, I'm not saying people haven't figured it out. So if you're like, hey, it's working for us, that's awesome. But in general, work with a lot of big agents who had over a $10,000 Zillow spend, let's say, and all of them have quit doing it because it's just not paying off. So the question is, what should you be doing with a market that's shifted? Because look at making it through this next 12 months is got a huge payout because there's going to be less competition. Rates are going to improve, and we're going to get back into what I call more of a normal market. And there's going to be a long run of just a normal market, which is where you make a ton of money at. And so how do you make sure that you make it through the next 3, 6, 12 months? So one is you pivot with what the market is. One of the frames I have with my team is if you go to a crowd that's super hungry and they haven't eaten since the day before, you can give them any piece of food, they're going to love it. We've had 3 years of one of the most hungriest real estate markets, really maybe of all time. Right now, everybody's full. There's not a huge appetite for real estate based on the number of transactions. And you can have the best hamburger in the world, and it's not going to matter because if they're full, they're not going to be interested. And you've got to realize that that's what shifted in the market, and that's why spending money on some of these platforms is not working. So what do? You double down on the things that are low cost with a high ROI. What do? We call past clients. We call people that are pre-approved. We call agents. We call builders. We call all these potential things that are referral sources. I know agents right now that are crushing it, calling for sell by owners, expired listings, all of these different things that are not fun. I have a lot of agents that I do meet with all the time that say, Rayce, we don't make phone calls. If you're not at least calling your sphere of influence and your past clients, you are missing the boat. You're doing yourself a disservice. One of my coaches, my favorite coaches of all time, said, Rayce, you're not in the mortgage business. You're in the mortgage marketing business. If you don't get that, you'll be out of business. So I'm going to give you a quick list here just to be thinking about. I do a class every Tuesday. I sponsor a class every Tuesday from noon to 1. It's the biggest online gathering of real estate agents in the United States. You should definitely be on it. I can send you a replay link of the last class if you want to kind of see what it's about. But this would be my top list here of what to do. Don't spend money on things that aren't going to give you an ROI. 2, at least call your past clients. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call right when I'm doing this. Call your past clients. That's a huge deal. 2, you got to have a really good CRM that can create nurturing campaigns because right now buyers, if they're not going to buy now, they're going to buy eventually. And those are deals you don't want to lose. So for instance, our CRM will text them, email them, voicemail them, create tasks. and it lets us do some of that automated, and at the same time we call them so that we're actual people that they're connecting with. 2, use video. If you're not using video, it's a huge mistake. We're videoing clients. Personally, we use a system called HomeBot. If you're not using HomeBot, you need to reach out to me. A HomeBot is an AI that stays in touch with our past clients. We also send video emails up through that. So using technology and video, which is an actual connection to people, and real life phone calls, I think is a huge, huge deal. I put mass texting and with that, meaning that, if you got people pre-approved, you're texting a lead, you're texting these people, you're staying in touch with them. And then you're using a combination of technology, low cost technology, and real live communication with people, because that's what they connect with. So if you're not sure about some of this, reach out to me personally. I would love to sit down with you, go over in detail what are some strategies, because here's what most people do, and I'm going to say this last thing. Most people have half-built bridges. They start a project and they don't finish it. And they start another project and then they don't finish. They start another project, and so none of them are built all the way. They don't have where they've built their bridge to stay in touch with their past clients all the way. They don't build out their CRM all the way. That's one of the things that we're really good at. I'd love to help you with that. Remember, the market has shifted. You need to shift with the market and figure out what are the things that give you the most ROI so that you can survive this over the next 3-6 months and make a ton of money being a real estate agent for the long term. And that's where the money's at. Anyways, if you have any questions on this, the market, or you just want to sit down and go over some ideas on what we're doing, and I would love to see what you're doing that's working for you, reach out to me. We'd love to help. With that, make it a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.